Welcome to Healing Back Pain, presented by Northtowne Chiropractic, located at 2240 Morse Road, Columbus, Ohio. Today's show, treating auto accident and work-related injuries, with your host, Dr. Larry Van Such.
Welcome to Healing Back Pain. My name is Dr. Larry Van Such. Before I talk to you today about why chiropractic care is one of the best forms of treatment you can receive after being involved in a car accident, I first need to explain to you what happens to your back and neck after you've been involved in a car accident. So this here is a model of your spine. This is the back, and this is the front, and this here is the base of the skull. Now, in a typical rear-end car accident, one where you're hit from behind, the force comes along, the head is whipped backwards, typically hitting the headrest, it rebounds forwards, and is whipped back again. This whipping motion is why many people refer to this as a whiplash type injury. Now, whiplash injuries can be very serious because the muscles, the ligaments along the side of your spine get stretched, get sprained, get torn. This can even fracture the bones. The bones become misaligned, knocked out of alignment, pinching the nerves and causing pain. Now, in a typical broadside accident, or one where you're hit from the side, the force comes along, the head is whipped into the force, away from the force, and then back again. This whipping motion, again, stretches, sprains, tears the muscles and ligaments along the side of the spine, misaligns the bones, pinches on the nerves, and causes pain. This is why it's very critical, if you've been involved in a car accident, that you get your back and neck examined by a chiropractor. Chiropractors are expertly trained at treating conditions like these. We see problems like this every day in our office, and we get great results. So I urge you, if you've been involved in a car accident, give our office a call, schedule an appointment, and we'd be glad to see if we can help you with your problems.
I do cosmetic surgery and microsurgery as well. Typically my day involves 5 or 6 hours of standing, which generally causes a lot of discomfort in my back and my neck as well. There are a variety of things that I do to help alleviate that discomfort. Amongst those things include treatments with Dr. Larry Van Such and chiropractic care. I found that those treatments really help my neck and back feel better and help me take better care of my patients.
There are times where I'm not in my office, where I might either have a vacation day or took a day off because I'm not feeling well, or just a personal day. We still have patients, they still call in, they still have needs. And what we've done at our office, we've changed our policy where somebody calls in, they need to be seen by a chiropractor. We automatically send them and refer them to Dr. Van Such's office. The patients that go over to see Dr. Van Such, when I get back into the office and see them again, they always say that they've been treated very, very well, and that Dr. Van Such was very attentive to their needs. And this makes me feel very, very good and confident that I have a colleague close by that can help me out in times of need.
All right, now that we talked about the kind of damage caused to your neck and to your back after you've been involved in a car accident with the misaligning of the bones and the pinching of the nerves, the next thing we're going to talk about are the changes that we see on x-rays after you've been involved in a car accident. This first x-ray here is an x-ray of your neck like we're looking at you from the side. This is the back and this is the front. This is what's considered a normal spine. The first thing I want you to take a look at here is the shape of the curve. What you're going to notice is there's a nice gradual forward curve that exists in your neck. And this curve is important because the neck has to support the head, and this neck is going to act like a big spring or a big shock absorber whenever you walk or run. Now this next x-ray over here is a picture of somebody who's been involved in a car accident. And the biggest difference between this x-ray here and this one here is the shape of the neck. What you're going to see here is this nice normal curve we once had has become straightened out. This is what's called a whiplash type spine or a whiplash neck. Now, people who come into our office who've been involved in a whiplash type injury usually complain of things such as neck pain, migraines, headaches. They may have some numbness into their arms and into their hands or pain across their shoulders. What they'll also complain about sometimes is that their head feels very heavy and that they have trouble looking over their shoulders when they're driving a car. It's important to understand that taking muscle relaxers, painkillers, and anti-inflammatory drugs, they're not going to fix or correct this problem. They're just going to cover up the pain and cover up the symptoms. This is why many times people will come into our office many years after a car accident still complaining of pain. Now, if this problem isn't corrected, gradually over time, it's going to get progressively worse. This leads to a condition called post-traumatic arthritis, degenerative joint disease, osteoarthritis. You'll notice that the neck is very straight. There's no cervical curve in this spine. You have severe bone loss, disc thinning, some bone spurs in through here, which, by the way, are extremely painful, and a lot of these bones have actually fused together. When someone walks into our office with this spine through here, all we can do is help them manage their pain. This problem here cannot be corrected. This is why it's very critical that we catch your spine in this phase in through here, taking this injured spine, this straightened spine, and gently moving these bones back into their proper position, back into their proper alignment, and restoring the normal curve in your neck. And again, taking muscle relaxers, painkillers, anti-inflammatories, they're not going to fix or correct this whiplash spine. They're just going to cover up the pain and cover up the symptoms. The way we fix this spine and gently move these bones back into their proper position, back into their proper alignment, is with chiropractic care and rehab in our office.
I had an accident at work. I fell, I hurt my neck, and pain was radiating into my arm. It was very uncomfortable. I had a hard time riding. It was unbearable. I had a hard time sleeping at night. A friend told me about Dr. Van Such and his team of professionals, and I decided that I would go ahead and call, make an appointment, and give it a try. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks now. I can write really well. My neck doesn't bother me anymore. I can sleep at night. It's just wonderful. I would recommend Dr. Van Such to any of my friends and family.
I was given painkillers by the emergency room doctor. It seemed to knock me out for 2 days, and I knew that wasn't the answer. Fortunately, a friend from church told me about Dr. Van Such. I called to make an appointment. They got me in that same day. I've been getting my back adjusted for the past 2 weeks, and I feel better than I did before the accident.
Okay, now we're going to talk about work-related accidents. Typically, the most common area of your spine injured in a work-related accident is your lower back. And this happens from lifting something too heavy, lifting improperly, or from a slip and a fall. Now, just like we talked about your neck earlier, the muscles, the ligaments along the sides of your spine get stretched, they get sprained, get torn, the bones become misaligned, knocked out of alignment, which pinches on the nerves and causes pain. If this problem is serious enough, it leads to a condition called sciatica, where pain shoots down your leg all the way down into your feet. Another serious condition is called a disc herniation. Now, the discs are the material that lie between the bones. They're like little shock absorbers. They help hold the bones apart and keep the bones up off the nerves. Now, many people describe the disc like a little jelly donut, where if you squeeze a jelly donut too hard on one side, the jelly squirts out the other side, and that's similar to what we see happening here. This disc has become pinched or squeezed, the material herniates out the other side, and this puts pressure on the nerve or nerves and causes pain. One of the best ways to treat these conditions is with chiropractic care in our office. Both Dr. Sharilla and myself are certified Bureau of Workers' Compensation physicians. You don't need a referral from your medical doctor to be treated here. All you have to do is call and schedule an appointment. We take care of any necessary paperwork. If you're working with an attorney, we'll also help them fill out any necessary paperwork. And typically, the Bureau of Workers' Compensation covers your fees at 100%, so you don't have to pay to be treated in our office.
After my head-on collision, I made an appointment, and due to the severity of my injuries, over time and continual treatments and therapy by Dr. Sharilla, he has given back to me tremendous hope for my recovery and quality of life again.
I've tried numerous medications and various doctors, and I have not received relief for my back pain until I came to Northtowne Chiropractic and received care from Dr. Sharilla and Dr. Van Such.
I've suffered from lower back pain for many years, and a friend at work told me about Dr. Sharilla. Started getting treatments, and then wow, what a difference it made. After a couple of weeks, pain was almost completely gone.
I've had back pains nearly all my life, and I've always wanted to come to a chiropractor. Well, fortunately, I met Dr. Sharilla, and I feel much, much better after treatments.
I've referred all my friends to Dr. Shirella. They've all gotten similar results. I highly recommend scheduling an appointment if you've got any kind of pain whatsoever.
Now, the reason why chiropractic care is one of the best forms of treatment you can receive after being involved in a car accident or work accident is because our entire training at school revolves around the spine, the muscles, and nerves. We're taught how to realign the spine to put the bones back into their proper position. Now let me show you again how that works. Now if you look at the spine after it's been involved in a car accident or work accident, the bones in your back have become misaligned, knocked out of alignment. This puts pressure on the nerves and causes pain. Now what chiropractic care does, it takes that misaligned spine and gently realigns the bones, putting them back into their proper position. This gets the pressure up off your nerves, which gets you out of pain. What that also does with the bones being put back into their proper position, this allows for your ligaments to heal in their proper position. Chiropractic care is extremely safe. Millions of Americans last year sought the aid of a chiropractor for a variety of health-related problems. So I can't emphasize enough how important it is if you've been involved in a car accident or work accident that you get your back and neck examined by a chiropractor. If the bones in your back and neck have become misaligned, they need to be put back into their proper alignment. Taking muscle relaxers, painkillers, anti-inflammatories, they're not going to fix or correct this problem. They're just going to cover up the pain and cover up the symptoms. It's just like if you dislocate your finger. If you dislocate your finger, taking muscle relaxers, painkillers, anti-inflammatories, they're not going to fix or correct this problem. They'll just cover up the pain and cover up the symptoms. That joint, those bones have to be reset back into their proper position. It's just like with chiropractic. If the bones in your back and neck become misaligned, they need to be put back into their proper alignment. This gets the pressure up off the nerves, which gets you out of pain. What that also does with the bones being put back into their proper position, this allows for your ligaments to heal in their proper position. And that's why chiropractic care is so important. If you've been involved in a car accident or work accident, the bones in your neck and back can become misaligned, knocked out of alignment. They need to be put back into their proper alignment. Taking muscle relaxers, painkillers, anti-inflammatories, they're not going to fix or correct this problem. They're just going to cover up the pain and cover up the symptoms. And that's why chiropractic care with our office is so beneficial, where many times medical care can't help you with these problems. So I urge you, if you've been involved in a car accident or work accident, give our office a call, schedule an appointment, and we'd be glad to see if we can help you with your problems. I hope you enjoyed listening to our program today and now realize the importance of seeing a chiropractor after an accident. Now, what I would like to do for you at this time is to once again invite you into our office for a free consultation and a free spinal evaluation. Also, if we feel that your injuries are serious enough, we'll recommend taking 2 free x-rays as well. All you have to do is call the telephone number that appears on your screen, schedule an appointment, and we'd be glad to see if we can help you with your problems. Thanks again for joining us today. For Healing Back Pain, I'm Dr. Larry Van Such.
The quality of care has been fantastic. The staff is really friendly. They knew me by my first name the first day. I would highly recommend Dr. Van Such to anybody I know that was in pain.
If you're sitting at home today in pain, wondering what to do, don't wait. Give them a call.